Okay, this video detailing detailing the route of the survival mode glitchless speedrun is going to be detailing the shopping splits. First thing I do is I run to go over here. Okay, so right about here you want to get the grenade ready and throw it. And you also want to get out your pistol because sometimes the grenade won't entirely kill these two guys. Most of the time they will entirely be killed, but it's good to have your gun ready just in case. So this time they both died. Most of the time when you're looting enemies, you only want to loot the caps and the ammo and nothing else. The main exception is Triggermen. If they have 45 ammo, then you also want to pick up their guns so you can get the ammunition from their guns. Apart from that, ammo and caps, and that's it. Here, talking to Trudy at once completes the quest, but you also want to talk to get to the point where you can barter from her, because you need to get bobby pins to open a door in just a moment. So you just go to Misk, buy all her bobby pins, and leave, and don't even sell her anything because it isn't worth it to sell her stuff. So over here, is Starlight Drive-In. This is the only door in the run in the current routes that you open with a lockpick. And so if there was a way to skip this single fusion core, that'd save about 30 to 40 seconds. But so far it's just barely not possible. So in here you want to pick up the fusion core primarily. That's what you're in here for, the core. But while I'm in here, I also get the quantum and the other ammo to sell. Okay. So I'll go forward a bit. So you just run. Okay, so over here to the left is a ruined building. I used to go up here to get the quantum, but I don't do that anymore simply because I don't tend to use that many quantums in a speedrun. Only a couple, and there's more later on to pick up. Underneath this elevated highway, there's 2 more ammo boxes, and that contains ammo that you can sell. That's it. Now obviously 45 ammo you don't sell, you use it. Oh, actually I don't get the ammo in this run. So yeah, you want to follow the road, and then you'll find 2 ammo boxes which contains ammo which you can sell to crickets. And then you could just go to the bridge as usual. Okay, so actually so what you want to do here is you wanna extra power armor about here. You don't want to do it too far back. You don't want to do it too far forward. You want to minimize the time running outside of power armor. In this case, I guess. Or no, I guess what you're actually minimizing is backtracking. So, I used to take a red X in here. I don't anymore because it's a little slow, and having the red X to sell to cricket is a bit better. One technique I use in the water here is I repeatedly jump, and that causes me to take less rads because some of the time I'm in the air. And the reason for stopping here and going into the water is because there is a sea captain's hat. And just to point out, the sea captain's hat gives +2 endurance, which naturally only has an effect outside of power armor. But you don't equip it until a little bit later, because the less you open up your Pip-Boy, the better you are in terms of time. And also, if you haven't noticed yet, using the Pip-Boy pauses the game world. So if you are going to use the Pip-Boy, it isn't worthwhile to wait until you're in an elevator or something, because you'll just stop the elevator. And then you just repeatedly jump going back. You enter the power armor, and then you run off. Another thing you want to make sure, which I don't think happens here, I think I barely miss it. Yeah, you actually want to run slightly to the right so that you activate the location for Beantown Brewery, so that you get that XP. Then you run across here. The routes. So generally in the wilderness, the exact route that you take, whether to go around this tree or that tree, it doesn't really matter. So just run to where you need to go. Naturally, you don't want to be running in water, because being in waist high water or deeper is very slow. Oh yeah, right here you want to jump onto these rocks and then over this rail. It's a little bit faster than going to the left and jumping over the rail right here. Now in this speed run, I don't run past Hangman's Alley, and as a result, talking to cricket, I don't have the XP to get Cap Collector. So you always want to run past Hangman's Alley and Beantown Brewery. So I'll skip to when I successfully do the bartering. Okay. So in this run I had to run back to Fenn Street. This wasted about 2 minutes. Okay. So at this point, the first order of operations is level up and then get Cap Collector. Then equip your Sea Captain's hat and equip your charisma clothing if you have it. Then you go to your aid. Okay. Yeah, I think I have enough charisma anyway. But you also want to use your Day Tripper, your Gwyneth Stout, and if you do not have if you don't have other charisma clothing like a suit or a dress, then you use the XL. Otherwise, do not use the XL. The main reason why I don't use the XL if I have the charisma clothing is because that way you can sell the XL, but also it minimizes the risk of getting addicted to XL, which actually hasn't happened yet, but if it does, it won't be good, because XL addiction reduces endurance, which is bad. Yeah, I think that's all the equipping you do. Seacam's hat, charisma clothing, Day Tripper, booze, and if you don't have charisma clothing, then you use the XL. And then with cricket, first you buy everything you need. Okay, here I actually start off with, no? Okay. You want to buy the 45 first, then go down her weapons list, get the spray and pray, go back to ammo, and then down to the fusion cores and buy a core. That's the first thing you want to do. So here's the spray and pray, then back, and then the core. And then in selling, what you want to do is sell any Molotovs. If you have your baton, sell it. Sell your minigun. Do not sell your grenade. Sell your 10mm pistols. And then that's for the weapons. Under apparel, just sell the wedding ring. You can get away with selling a jumpsuit, but only do that if you don't have anything else to sell. Under aid, you want to sell the purified water, the Red-X, the Red-Away, and maybe an XL. Under miscellaneous, you can sell your bobby pins if you want, but mainly you just want to be selling your magazine, if you have any. In the current routes, I won't have any magazines by this point. You would only have one if you get the special book. And then you might just see in there the pre-war money. Currently, I would sell that pre-war money. And then in the ammo, you want to sell all the ammo that isn't fusion cores or 45 ammo. Anything else you sell. Funnily enough, I don't know to sell the ammo. But yeah, so you also want to sell your 10mm ammo. I think here I just forgot. And then even if after selling your 10mm ammo, you still can't finish the transaction, meaning the total cost is more than the caps you have, first place you can go is to sell your Vault jumpsuit, then an XL, then you start selling stim packs until you can actually do the transaction. you don't need to get to the point where she's giving you all her money. Just so long as you can do the transaction, that's all you need. Also, do not sell too many of these stim packs because you'll need them. Alright. Then what you do is you equip the spray and pray and then carry on. There's one last thing to do in the split. And it's coming up here. Actually, I guess there's a few things. So, yeah, right over here. Okay, I don't get in this run. But to my to my right, there's a little alcove there. Actually, go back a bit so I can point it out a little closer. So it's to your right there. And the entrance is right there to the right. What I do is I go over there, pick up the jet, and that's useful in the next split. I'll point it out in the next video. But you want the jet from there. And then that's about it for the splits. There's a couple of locations you discover on the way. Even though that trash bin had ammo in it, it's not worth looking through. Sometimes there's hostiles around here. You can just run past them. If I go forward a bit, yeah, okay. So right here, I used to get landmines and grenades from the tank there, but there's no need. And then here I pick up the ammo from it's actually called Mikhail. But yeah, from this dead NPC I pick up the ammo because it's good. Not the ammo, the caps, sorry. I get the caps. And then especially if you're early on, what you can do is keep an eye on the Nuka-Cola machine to the left here. If there's a blue glow, it has the quantum, and you can pick up the quantum as extra insurance. And then this split ends when I enter Park Street Station. So I will see you in the next video, going through the Nick Valentine rescue split. Nick Valentine rescue split.